Hey, Djonai, how you feeling right now, girl? I'm trying to contact you about that extended warranty. You know, two weeks ago, you posted on Twitter August 23rd, which is, oh, would you look at that? Oh, that was today. Djonai, when you said August 23rd, what did you mean by this exactly? I think the fans want answers. We were expecting, some vengeance that you created. We were expecting a huge game. We were expecting something.
Game we had today. Djonai Carrington completely humbled by Caitlin Clark. And then she gonna try to shoulder shrug Caitlin. Caitlin like, girl, get out of here, bruh. I just bust you. Pick your face up off the floor. Caitlin Clark hit a logo 3 in her face. Then she was trying to mock. Caitlin Clark got the tech. She got it.
In 18 minutes, she dropped 7 points, shooting 3 for 11 from the field. Now the real tweet that you should have posted, Djonai Carrington, should have been March 11th, because if I had known that you was gonna shoot 3 for 11 on August 23rd, I would have I would have commented that under your post sooner. You came and you literally.
Djonai Carrington had already created plenty of anticipation before the rematch with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. She posted August 23rd on social media without much explanation, and fans immediately started wondering what the date meant. With the previous controversy still fresh, many expected Carrington to come into the next matchup determined to make a statement. The date became a major talking point long before the game even started.
Dirtbag, Djonai, clout chaser, Carrington. Careful what you wish for, Djonai. Be careful what you wish for. You're the one that circled 8/23 on the calendar. You're the one who tweeted out 8/23 as if it was some date we all should pay attention to. And people paid attention and saw you. Ooh, you had a bad game. Oh, but 8/23. Fair. Caitlin Clark makes 8 3-pointers. The Indiana Fever win by 23 points. Great foresight on your end, Djonai Carrington.
When August 23rd finally arrived, all eyes were on the matchup between the Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever. Carrington had the opportunity to turn all that anticipation into a strong performance on the court. Instead, the game quickly began moving in the opposite direction. Caitlin Clark found her rhythm, knocked down big shots, and helped Indiana establish control, while Carrington struggled to produce the kind of offensive performance many expected from her.
This clip is going viral of Caitlin Clark getting poked in the eye by Djonai Carrington. It happened in the first quarter when Clark tried passing the ball to her teammate Aaliyah Boston, but Carrington poked Clark in the eye while trying to deflect the pass. No foul was called, but Clark had to take a second to regain her composure. In the third quarter, Djonai was defending Caitlin again when Caitlin hit Djonai in the head, knocking out one of her contacts. No foul was called, but Djonai had to take a second to put her contact back.
The physical tension between Carrington and Clark was impossible to ignore. During the game, there were several moments involving contact between the two players, including an early sequence where Carrington's hand made contact near Clark's eye while attempting to defend a pass. Later, Clark accidentally made contact with Carrington's head while trying to make a play. Neither moment became a major officiating decision, but both added another chapter to a rivalry that has attracted enormous attention.
Djonai, did you, when you went and kind of swatted at Caitlin, did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me. But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I am. So yeah.
Did you and Marina kind of laugh about it afterwards? It looked like there was later on in the game they caught you guys laughing about it.
No, I just told you I didn't even know I hit her, so I can't laugh about something I didn't know happened.
The tension between these players didn't suddenly appear on August 23rd. Their history goes back to Clark's rookie season, when Carrington made accidental contact near Clark's eye during a playoff matchup. Clark continued playing despite the incident, but the visible aftermath became one of the major storylines surrounding that game. Since then, every matchup involving the two has carried an extra layer of attention, especially whenever Carrington is assigned to defend Clark.
What's going on here? Goo! That's assault, brother. You can't do that. What the fuck? Is this just the default if you can't think? Or if you just like don't want to take accountability for your actions? Oh my god, this league, bro, this league. Oh, white privilege while you're wearing a bleach blonde dyed wig. I mean, the fuck? What is privileged about that? You stone cold Steve Austin clothesline.
The situation became even bigger after Carrington was ejected from an earlier game following a flagrant 2 foul involving Sophie Cunningham. After leaving the game, Carrington posted a controversial message on social media and tagged the Indiana Fever. That post immediately sparked debate among fans and commentators. Whether people agreed with her message or not, one thing was clear. The upcoming matchup with Indiana was no longer being treated like an ordinary regular season game.
Hey, you hit her in the head and you drew blood. It was a flagrant 2. You should have been ejected. No more, no less. Have we seen Sophie Cunningham aggressively foul an individual before and not get thrown out of the game? Sure. Have we seen Caitlin Clark aggressively foul an individual by hitting them in the head and not get out of the game? Absolutely. But if we are paying attention to what Djonai Carrington did to Sophie Cunningham, it was not a race-based decision. And to call that a white privilege-based foul is to completely undermine the term of white privilege and to also completely ignore the rules in basketball. You hit her in the head, you drew blood, you didn't connect with the ball at all whatsoever.
Once the rematch began, Carrington appeared determined to compete physically against Clark. During the second quarter, she was called for a foul while defending Clark and immediately showed frustration with the call. The moment drew attention because of the history between the two players. Clark, however, didn't spend much time arguing or responding. She simply continued playing, keeping her focus on the next possession and allowing the game itself to determine the outcome.
Djonai Carrington, bookmarking this day just to get embarrassed by Caitlin Clark. The big bad wolf coming through, blowing houses down until she tried to blow down the Caitlin Clark brick house that was built by Djonai. This lady was 3 for 11. 3 for 11, 0 for 3 from the 3. A terrible performance. My goodness, tried to come out and take the show, right? Tried to create her moment, and guess what, Djonai? Now your name is Djonai Who Carrington. Who cares? Oh my goodness, 8:23, everybody. 8:20.
Then came one of the biggest moments of the night. After the earlier confrontation, Caitlin Clark received the ball well beyond the three-point line and created space with a step-back move. She launched a deep three-pointer and knocked it down cleanly. The timing made the shot even more memorable because it came shortly after the heated exchange involving Carrington. Clark celebrated the basket, and the clip quickly spread online as fans interpreted the moment as the perfect on-court response.
Getting used to play on the court as a rookie, but she brings a defensive mentality. That'll be the first personal on Djonai Carrington.
The tension didn't disappear after the shot. As the players moved back up the court, Carrington and Clark made contact again. Clark didn't appear interested in extending the confrontation and simply waved Carrington away before continuing toward the other end. That reaction became another viral moment because it showed Clark refusing to get distracted. Instead of turning the situation into another argument, she immediately returned her attention to the game.
So the game that Djonai Carrington had circled on her calendar and wanted the world to see happened tonight. And how did it turn out? Caitlin Clark had 37 points, 10 assists, 8 threes, and we got this lovely reaction. But I want to point out something that happened in the game. Some of the Chicago Sky, including Djonai Carrington, to me, were looking for a fight this game. And Caitlin, instead of talking about it in the media, just did it with her basketball skills, and this is one of the plays that happened.
Indiana can regain the lead. Clark, another step back 3, yes! And a little bit of passion afterwards. You love it. This is...
So Djonai purposely runs into Clark, and then Clark just waves her off. Just waves her off. You can tell that Clark was just over that storyline and with that rivalry.
While the off-court conversation continued, Clark was putting together an outstanding performance. She finished with 37 points, 10 assists, and 8 three-pointers, repeatedly making difficult shots and creating opportunities for her teammates. Carrington, meanwhile, struggled to match that production and finished with a much quieter offensive night. The contrast between the two performances became one of the biggest talking points after the final whistle.